Hello everybody. Today we're going to see if we can cut us a ship, an old-timey pirate ship. And I forgot to go get my paper. Let me go get that. You know, here a while back we did a baby carriage basket to take to baby showers and stuff like that. Today we're just going to do a ship, an old-timey pirate ship. And maybe a basket out of this little individual one. But we're going to start out with our pirate ship. First, you got to know where the bottom is, and I'm going to cut this little stem off the bottom. Just take your dishcloth that's wet with soapy water and wipe your melon off. Find the place that it sits the levelest, like that. And then flip it upside down. You can see the white spot on the bottom. And we're just going to cut the bottom. We don't want it cut much. We don't want to cut it through the flesh, the red flesh. It seemed like I did that one time before when I was cutting a melon. But you just want to barely cut into it. See, I barely cut into it. You can barely see the red or the pink. That's going to make it sit perfectly straight and flat. Now let's see, this is probably going to be the front and this is going to be the back. The big end is going to be my back. And I think this is, well, maybe this should be my front. Yeah, I'm going to make this the front. So you're going to take a pen or a pencil or a marker. And we're just going to do a point. Going to let it come over to do a point kind of like this. Doesn't have to be exact, but as close as you can come. And I'm going to come all the way down. You don't want to cut it off too much because we're going to scallop the edge of it. And this is going to be the back of it, which comes to a flat kind of cut off section right there. I don't think I got this perfectly. We're not going to get it perfect, but hey, we're going to try our best. Now, this is a very important thing, is to cut an X in the top of your watermelon before you start cutting. And that's just so your watermelon doesn't split on you. Cut a deep X. Because this part we're not going to use anyway, you know, the top of it. Now I'm going to take a little knife and I'm going to try cutting around this as close to the mark as I can get it. But try to cut on the outside of your mark so you don't have that black. Because I guarantee you, your watermelon will try to split on you if you don't cut that X in it. And these are the watermelon I harvested out of my garden this year. So I'm not going to guarantee what the inside looks like because I haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. Now we got to take our longer knife and go under it without cutting any more of the outside of your watermelon. See if we can get this off. There we go. Now this is going to be the front. What do you call it? The bow? I'm not even sure. But you can go back and trim it a little to get the black off. And if you don't get it all off, that's fine too. Because we're going to cut some more on the sides of it. And I need to get a bowl to put my watermelon in. Oh. You know me, I'm always forgetting something. I might need that one, so I'm going to keep these two out and put this other stuff back up. Keep these just to put watermelon in. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. But anyway, I've got seeds that I need to save, so I've got a plate. And I'm just going to drop my seeds in. And I need to drop them in there, not on a towel, just on the plate because I need to rinse them off before they dry. Because you know me, I'm going to save all of my seeds. If it grew in my garden this year, I guarantee you I'm going to save my seeds so I can grow it next year. Now, I'm just going to get a spoon. You can get an ice cream scoop, whatever you want. And try to scoop this out. Like I said, I'm saving my seed, so I'm going to do whatever I can to save my seed. And there'll be some seeds left in the watermelon when you go to cut it, you know, to put back in here as a fruit bowl. And don't go too deep. I mean, this was kind of a small watermelon, but that's okay because I'm one person, and those great big watermelons I buy at the store are just way too big for me. But they would have made a prettier basket. I mean, a prettier ship to have the bigger watermelon. But just take your spoon and scoop your watermelon out. Just try not to hit the tops of the front or the back, and try not to split any of the outer part of your watermelon rind. And don't go too deep. You don't want to go through that bottom that you cut. I got lots of ideas with watermelon like this. This is one of the bigger watermelons that I grew, and that was the individual watermelons that I grew. And then, you know, I had the, what was it, the gold melons? They were like a honeydew or a cantaloupe. But this is why I hadn't cut my watermelon yet. I wanted to do the video on making the pirate ship. And this one has a lot of seeds, so I'll be able to save a lot of seeds for next year. Yeah, if you ever grow something in your garden and it grows well, make sure you save those seeds for the next year. Because you can always improve on planting it and growing it. So each time you replant it, they should do better. Because you learn from experience. What you know you didn't do this time, you can do next time. Like next time, I'm not planting them in the bags. I'm going to plant them in a 18-gallon tote or a 5-gallon bucket, so I can put a water reservoir in the bottom. And I'll show you all that during next planting season. I know this is a tedious job, is getting the seeds out of your watermelon. And it takes a while to do it on camera. But I can't cut the watermelon without getting the seeds out of it. You know, because you got to put your watermelon back in as your fruit. Right along with whatever other fruit you're going to put in there. You can put cantaloupe, honeydew, grapes, strawberries. I did not buy a bunch of fruit this time. I really can't afford to buy it all to do these videos. So, you know, you can make a fruit salad of anything that you want to put in there. Pineapple, grapes, apples, oranges. Whatever your heart's desire to make a fruit salad with is what you make to go back in your to put right back in your rind here, or in your boat, your ship. I had my doubts about this watermelon being right, but it's perfect. It got so hot on them, and they were stunted so from the lack of a lot of water, so I wasn't sure the big ones were even going to make. But I had several of them out there. But this is a festive thing you're going to do. I mean, you could have done it for your holiday weekend cookout. Made a watermelon fruit basket or a ship. The kids always would love the ships. And like I said, I'm going to make a basket out of that. And usually you got enough salad made that you can refill it. You know, you can fill it up the first time, and then you got enough fruit salad as people eat it. You can refill it if needed. Look at all these seeds. Goodness gracious. I'm going to have all the seed I need next year for these watermelon seed to plant. But I think if I put them in something with a water reservoir in the bottom, they'll grow a lot better here with our water restrictions. I really didn't think about that when I planted them in the bags. But I did. I thought the bags would hold more water than they did. I need to dump this in something. But see, I did not cut through the bottom. My bottom is flat. Let me get the rest of these seeds out of here. And I can go through my seeds another time to pick those out after I'm done with this. But what I want to do is trim some of the black off of here. Which it don't matter a whole lot, but... Now this is the back of your ship. This is the front. And what this is doing is just making a V along the top for decorations. You can do the same thing with just the knife. You can definitely cut a zigzag with just a small knife, just like I was using to cut the rest of it. And you just cut it to there. You don't have to cut it all the way. See, just like that, how it's ridged. And I'm going to go ahead and do the back side, because in the pictures it doesn't say to do the back, but I think it looks better to do both sides. Because, you know, what if you want to put it on a table where it's in the center of the table, because that's the main feature and you want to see it on both sides. So go ahead and you can scallop both sides of it like this. Now, if you're going to put it on a table where it's maybe up against the wall or something, you may not want to do that. It's an option. If I can get this orange peeled, I was going to kind of do some decorations with the orange too. I didn't buy cantaloupe and all this other stuff this time. Because, I mean, you can use your imagination. When you want to make your fruit basket like this, your fruit chip, just get whatever fruit to go with your watermelon you want to put in there. Honeydew, cantaloupe, grapes, strawberries, pineapple. I'm simply going to do some orange pieces myself. And see, you still got watermelon in the top. Get your seeds out and start cutting your watermelon. Cut it into the size chunks you want it to be. But I'm going to do some more decorations on it. I'm not through making my boat yet. Or my ship. Because when you make these, you got all of the watermelon that you cut out of the rind to chop up and put back in there. Plus, you got all the other fruit you're going to add. But let's see. I'm going to cut a lemon, slice it up. And I'm going to slice it in thin slices. Now you need to get the seeds out of your lemon. Or you can leave them in. They're really not going to eat the lemons. I mean, some people may want to. I don't know. They're just for decoration. But I like to get the seeds out. I think it's more attractive when you get the seeds out. And I forgot to get my toothpicks. We got to have my toothpicks. And this could be cut off a little bit. Don't need to be quite that far. Oh, here's my toothpicks. And I'm going to break my toothpicks in half. Put a grape on there, and then I'm going to go right through the center. Well, I'm trying to go through the center of the, well, I got the toothpick turned the wrong way. It always helps to have the point end going into whatever you're trying to stick. It might work a little bit better. Well, I know I broke that toothpick in half. There it is. Get another grape. I guess you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going right up the side of the top. And you don't even really have to go that high. You can drop it down. Let's see if I do drop it down. I think it might look better. Yeah, so you can barely see the little ridge up there. I think it'll look better to have that showing. Kind of overlap your lemon a little bit. Now the purple grapes would look real good with this. I just happen to only have green grapes. But that's okay. Not quite like that. Yeah, and that one is up a little bit too high, but I didn't get it overlapped as much as I wanted to, but it's okay. It'll do. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's got me coughing so. But see how that side is looking? Now, if you wanted to, you can put these on the other side. It's up to you. But if you're just going to have one side of your chip showing, you don't have to put it on the back side. That's up to you. I should have broke that toothpick before I put it on there. But you can push it in enough with your toothpick so it's not showing on the top. It's not showing through your grapes, and it looks better that way. I may even put a a lemon back here on the back of it. I think I'll do that. Ooh, that hurts. You can pop a grape on there too. In fact, we can put several grapes on the back of it. Making it look festive. Put one more on the back. That'll help secure that. Ah! There, that's the rear of your boat. This is the front. And now we need to fill it full of watermelon and other stuff. Might throw a few little oranges in there. Getting my seeds out. You know what? I'll put those in last. But just go ahead and chop up your, or cut up your watermelon into chunks. Put it right back in your basket or your boat. Really didn't want all these seeds in there. But you can't help but put some of them in there. Not with a watermelon like this, you can't. But that gives you an idea of what you can do with it. We're not done yet, though. And something else we can do back here. Just put a couple of toothpicks back here. Got that one in further than I wanted it. There, like that. And if I had little stars or something, I'd put it on those, but I don't have any stars. But you could put them on kind of like this. These are just the pieces of watermelon I cut off. Now I'm going to take a piece of paper, just plain printer paper. And I'm just going to kind of scallop the top, the edge, or the side of it. And again, that doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to go down through the bottom of it just a little, just to kind of to make it wavy. I'm going to take a black marker and I'm simply going to write welcome across it. And I probably need another piece too. I've got a little thin dowel wood strip. Put a hole in the top and the bottom of it. And this is going to be facing forward. And you might need a piece of tape to hold it in place a little bit. You know what? I think it's made a little bit too wide. Let's cut it down a little bit. But this signifies, you know, their sale. Y'all, bear with me. We want it to poke out just a tiny bit, so I'm going to get some tape here. Oh. Well, I should have had the welcome up a little bit higher. I'm designing as we go, y'all. Get another piece of tape to hold the top of it securely in place. Because I want it to bow out just a tiny bit like the wind's blowing the sail. Kind of like that. You can see it, I don't know. You can make the sail bigger or smaller, doesn't matter. Because we're going to put a piece at the top too. But we're not going to write anything on it. And this one's going to be a tiny bit shorter than the one at the bottom. But there you go. How cool is that? I'm going to go ahead and put this in a plate and put it right up here so y'all can look at it. because we need to get started on our next one. Let's see. I want y'all to be able to see it. Isn't that cool, y'all? We'll turn the sail just a little bit so y'all can look at it. You can see it. It says welcome. And it's blowing the ship this way. So this is the front and this is the back. And like I said, you can decorate it with anything you want. Any type of fruit, vegetable. Put any kind of fruit in your bowl you want to. Now we're going to take our little one and we're going to make a basket, a little bitty individual basket. Or we're going to try to. I'm going to barely cut the bottom off. Just like that to make a flat bottom. And I'm going to find the little white spot. Let's see, maybe if I move that over a little bit, you can see that and see me cut this basket at the same time. Get some of this stuff out of the way. But we're going to have a little handle at the top. We're going to cut around it, hopefully. I might need to mark it because I don't want to run the risk of messing it up. So mark a narrow strip. And that's just a guideline, like a ribbon strip. That's just a guideline for you to go by to cut it. And we're going to go around the outside of the bottom, a little more than halfway up. As a guideline so we know how to cut our basket out and cut our handle, because we need the handle left on there. We're going to start by cutting the handle first. Oh, I didn't cut that one right. Now what I'm going to do, without taking this out, I'm going to go around the line that I started at the bottom. You don't want to cut your handle off. You want to leave your handle. But you start on the outside of the handle and start scalloping around that line that you put about halfway. And then remember, when you get to the part where the bottom of the handle is, don't cut through the bottom of the handle. You want the handle to stay on there. And I'm showing you with this little individual watermelon out of my garden. But you could basically do this with any size watermelon. And then you got to lift this out. Oh, I didn't do this side of my handle. I couldn't tell. See, then it comes right out. And that little watermelon was ripened up real good. But you know what? I don't want to put it in there with the other one because I don't want to get the seeds mixed up. And then you pull the other side out. And I'm afraid you're not seeing what I'm doing. And then you can go under there and cut the watermelon out under your handle. It's a lot easier to scoop it out when you got a bigger watermelon. These little ones are kind of difficult. But they make cute little baskets. They really do. And this again was out of my garden, this watermelon. So I did not have to buy my watermelon for this. Yeah, I don't want to get my seeds mixed up. So I'm keeping it separated. I want the little watermelon seeds separate from the big ones. So I know what I'm planting. And see, I did not cut through the bottom, so there's nothing going to leak out of the bottom of that. But you know what? I really didn't cut as low as I wanted to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take my little knife, and I'm going to go around it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it just a tiny bit lower. And that'll also get all of the markings off of your watermelon that you may have put on there with the marker. You can make your ridges as deep or as shallow as you want them. Like on this side, I'm making them a little bit shallower to let you see how it looks. Just kind of giving it a ribbon effect, basically. Like that. Isn't that cute? You could even cut it lower than that if you wanted. Let's see, I think I'm just going to decorate it a little bit. But could you imagine a bigger one? I mean, that would be an individual fruit basket for a dinner party. If you just wanted to fix one individual fruit basket for one person, that is a great idea to do that. Now let's see, where's my grapes? Whoops, I don't want that. But you can decorate the little handle with grapes or cherries, anything you want to put up there. It doesn't need a wheel, but you could definitely decorate it with a lemon if you wanted to. Orange is not tearing up too good. But I don't think I'm going to decorate my basket with the orange. I may just put one lemon on each side with a grape. How's that? And like I said, if you had cherries, you can use your imagination. And like I said, I'm going to put one on each side just for decoration. Just put a grape and a lemon slice. How's that for a individual fruit basket, y'all? I'm going to get rid of this. It's dripping. And I'm going to put some watermelon in it. I'm doing these because I've already got seeds out of them. You can put lemon slices, cantaloupe, coconut. Anything you want to put in your fruit basket. Put a couple of grapes around in there. And like I said, I'm just decorating these kind of like simple. But you can use your imagination when it comes to making yours. All of this is going in my compost. All of this watermelon that I've got left over. You know, the rind, all that is going in compost. Plants love it when you put that in compost. Even this paper too. But I wanted to hurry up and get this all mess cleaned up out of the way so you have a good presentation with the baskets that I made for you. Did we not have fun doing this? I did. I don't know about y'all. I enjoy doing stuff like this. And I knew I had to do it with these watermelon. I couldn't keep them picked much longer. So I decided to go ahead and do it. Oh. Yeah, you can do I'm hoping y'all can see those real good. Yeah, I'm hoping you can see those real good. It won't let me zoom out or zoom in this way. But I can do you a close-up of my little basket. How cute is that, y'all? And like I said, you don't have to put anything on it. You know, you don't have to put anything on the front of it. Just leave it with nothing on it. It looks good that way too. And just put something on the top for decoration. And there's your little fruit basket. Individual fruit basket for a dinner party or anything you'd like to go to. Or if you're having a dinner party or a cookout, barbecue at home. And maybe you want to give each individual person their own fruit salad. That's the way to do it. Or get the bigger round watermelon and make a fruit basket out of the bigger one. Or even the oblong. You can make a fruit basket with the oblong too. Got to dry my hands. My hands are all icky. But look at that. How's my pirate ship, y'all? It says welcome. I think it looks real good. But there is a craft idea for you. An old-timey pirate ship with the sails that says welcome, or a little individual fruit basket, or you can do the same thing, just use a larger watermelon and make a bigger fruit basket. So there's 2 more watermelon fruit salad options that you've got. And with that, I'm going to call it a day, call it a video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and helping me make these little fruit baskets. One's a pirate ship and the other one's just a fruit basket. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Have a good day.